Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Game off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Game off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Little trade another day.
And you know what? If it doesn't happen, and for some reason,
But you little trade another day. Little make another play. You win some, you lose some. But you little trade another day. Little make another play. Little trade another day. Little trade another day. Little make another play. Win some, you lose some. But you little trade another day. Little make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you little trade another day. Little make another play. Is it the bottom yet? I'm tryna buy up everything. Not gon' get upset. Just pull the trigger, let it bang. When I see a trade, I'm hopping in like a Uber to secure my future up early, just like a rooster. Eyes glued to the computer, looking for a bag or two. Market cipher on the screen, compliments of trading view. Now I know what I'ma do. Buy low and sell high. Even if you try and fail, at least you didn't fail to try. I don't wanna be the type of guy that let fear win. I'm the one that dive in head first and bust my chin. I know FOMO is a no-no, but I still get it in. Now I can't predict the future, but I know I'm bound to win. Later or sooner, I'll be the big kahuna. Cause I got big kahunas. I was not scared to get money, I took me some chances and now I'm the big kahuna. And if you scared, might as well get neuter. I'ma keep chasing my dreams. Wake up and mansion so big, I need a segue to get from wing to wing. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you little trade another day. Little make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you little trade another day. Little make another play. Don't be scared, G. Like paid in full, get your bread, B. Cold wallet full of crypto, yeah, Big Lebowski. Can't forget to tip the waitress. Fur and loathing in Las Vegas. Tupac told us about the changes. People hating on your greatness. Mansion looking hella spacious. Shoes, they ain't got no laces. This the Aquarius age. Life happen in different.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well. Happy Thursday here. Let's see, all systems go. Everything does look like it's working. And post FOMC. So, came out kind of as expected, right? I talked about a bit of a whiplash spike up and down. More of that downside move, you know, pricing in the news. Not as big as I expected, to be honest. But that was it. That was FOMC. Nothing too crazy here. We will talk about it when more people are in. I'm going to give you a breakdown of what literally happened, what can we expect, etc, etc. Looking at Forex Factory here, on the other hand, we can see today, being post FOMC, we do have bank rates from the GBP here. So looking like they want to keep rates the same. Same fundamentals will apply. Tomorrow we have the JPY rates here. And yeah, I wanted to keep an eye on GJ to see if these are going to be the catalyst to break price out, but we are still stuck. We do not want to break out for the life of us, no matter what we try. So ahead of these rates here, we can see daily time frame trying to close back above. I wonder if this will be the push here, or if rates stay the same. Rates, if they cut rates, GBP will dump. If they change rates, we will see a pump here, especially if they keep if they don't change rates in the JPY, then it's going to be keeping the JPY a little bit weaker traditionally here. So I don't expect the big as much more. I mean, you can see how disconnected GJ is from the overall market, right? Look at the size of the move that happens on FOMC. FOMC used to move GJ 200 pips, man. FOMC used to be crazy on GJ, but it's only moved to 28 pips, man. Like, major news events are not affecting GJ at all compared to other assets. I mean, we could even look at something without a USD pair, like GBP AUD, for example, and we can just see the GBP just sleeping, man. You know, nothing being impacted in its own world. Whereas a USD pair like GU or something completely woken up here and much different. So let's have a look at the analysis for today and then take it from there. Starting off on daily time frame, of course, previous daily is closing bearish here, respecting this previous range. 4-hour time frame is an interesting close, with it closing now below this previous resistance here. We have a previous 4 hour sitting right here, which I want to bring here. P4. And then, so we do have a bearish bias today, believe it or not. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, we can see 1 hour has a support here at 50. That 50 is a zone I'm looking at, kind of, it's the same support here all across the board. 6 minutes for this candle to close. If this closes somewhere around here, there's a possibility we can sell 2 here, 15 pips, move break even, and see if we can push through 50. Otherwise, I'm not interested on sells till we get below 50. So it's kind of one or the other. If in the next 6 minutes we drive down, nothing really we can do. We have no closures below except this previous 1 hour, which you can take it based on 1 hour, but your target is not great based on 1 hour. I prefer to take it on a 15, run smaller stop losses here. I would only have to run a stop loss like 27 pips. Already by here, I'd be up 15 pips, pretty much halfway to TP. So it's not that bad. And then if we can push through the level, would be great. So that would be my plan on gold. If it wants to pull back from here, retest to 4 hour, retest a little higher, I can sell back down again and just play it like that. We'll watch the 55 key level here as well and just play it like that. So that's kind of the plan for gold here. Pretty simple plan for gold, and we'll see how it forms today. Now, looking at DAX here, yesterday didn't have the biggest reactions as well during FOMC. Daily time frame is kind of in that same spot as yesterday, just a little bit higher. We didn't close bullish above that daily support. We're still respecting it. 4 hour time frame is closing bullish, but with a sort of rejection candle. But we are bullish bias nevertheless here. So looking for buys as a potential here does make sense, especially after a pullback like this. We could see buys back up to this 1 hour resistance today. Definitely possible to see us fill that range. 30-minute time frame as well. Why is it bullish bias? It's a doji candle yesterday, so it depends on how your broker is. You can say it's mixed bias. We can call it mixed bias, but you can see how broker, I'm interested to see how broker closed here. So we can see how broker closed on the opened gap down. Yeah, so it will be like a doji gap here. So not really the most best close here to give good information. So we could look at mixed bias, but I'm more bullish bias because of True Brokers bullish. Yeah, it's because of the gap though, right? But my point here is that look at structure, look at everything on the charts. So I'm counting it as doji, and if I'm looking at the charts right now, 4 hour has break of structure to upside, 4 hours retesting previous 4 hour, 1 hour time frame has bullish structure, 30-minute time frame has bullish structure, 15-minute time frame has bullish structure overall. So I'm more bullish than bearish, but if we are going to turn around today, let's look at our ranges. Not really the best ranges. Our sells are only going to become below this 4 hour resistance. Otherwise, it's pretty damn messy. Compared to our buy ranges, we have buys above here to get to this previous 15. We have buys above the previous 15 to move up here. So buy ranges are looking a lot more better than potential sells here. So for buys, I'd be looking for potentially something closing above daily support here. Daily support, my first buy zone. If I can't get in by daily support, I'll be looking to get in by 15-minute support somewhere up here. So that is my plan here for DAX as well. So let's see how this ends up forming. I would like to see in the next 3 minutes this actually does close above to give us the buys, and that's pretty much it for the plans here on both DAX and gold. So gold ended up pushing down to 50 here actually, so that's filled our range already. So now we're just gonna use this as a support. So sells on gold are gonna be below this previous 4 hour here. See if we can fill the wick and continue down, push through the support. Now previous 4 hour has been tested multiple times. To push through it is kind of a kamikaze, not kamikaze, but you know, it is a big balls move per se. I would prefer things closing below there. Remember, gold could range after an NFP, not NFP, FOMC day. It is not out of the ordinary. So we want to see what ends up happening with overall price here. So that's the plans here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the plans. Hopefully everything made sense. If everything did make sense loud and clear, let me know in chat. Put a quick number 1 and leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. 200 of us in here. Can we get the likes up to 100? I would appreciate that. Are you looking at that 4 hour in DAX because only it seems to be reacting off this level? Has been crossed through 4 times. Which 4 hour? This one here. It's crossed through 4 times with only wicks, but we haven't crossed through it only once with a body. So it is weaker, but we have major reaction from this zone today. So I need to keep it on because that's the zone that we're looking at today. And plus there's no sells until we get any structure anyways. But yeah, we could trade through it. We could trade through it. That is always an option. But my point is there's no setup here, especially with us for now on bullish bias. Like I really rather it come retest this support down here and I take buys from down here back up. You know, until proven otherwise, by seeing one more lower high, it's very hard to take a sell. You know, our ideal sells would be somewhere from first break of structure here, considering it's mixed bias, but it's now we're late in the move if we're going to look to sell. So yeah. PipLabs V5 launches tomorrow. I'm gonna pin that message. There will be a discount tomorrow for 2 days only. How do you think USD JPY is tradable? Because it pushed a lot. I haven't looked at it, so I can't answer that just right now. Yeah, it's a pretty big push here, so you need pullbacks to trade off pullbacks on this type of movement here. We're already very close to higher time frame targets here, so you want it to pull back if you're gonna be able to take a trade on USD JPY. Just buying the highs like this, hard. You know, this was an entry here if it had a bottom wick here. This is an okay setup because you had a pullback, but now you need a pullback. Gold just took Asia low liquidity. Not yet, not yet. It didn't break any lows. It just retested 50 levels. So liquidity is not taken yet. Liquidity will be taken below 46s. How many contracts would you trade with 150 for gold? You have to adjust your contract, so it depends on your stop loss. I would not waste money on a 150 XFA if you're not managing your risk properly, right? It's very basic to manage risk. You can't use one contract size. You would change your contract size, right? Based on your risk parameters. You know, if you had a big stop loss on gold, you'd be using more contracts, or less contracts, sorry. You're using maybe like 4 contracts, 5 contracts. Smaller stop loss, you start to put 8 contracts, 9 contracts, you know, it all depends on stop loss. Legendary trader here, favorite trader, gold buy or sell? Well, don't trade GBP JPY. Euro USD will be pretty, you know. I full ported the 150 to get to the XFA. Now I'm scared of full porting and losing. Yeah, but remember, you passed an account without doing anything. You passed the account with luck. So you're not actually trading right now. You're just gambling. And the gamble played out. So you have to change your mindset to actually become a trader now. It's a lot different to be a trader than a gambler. Anyone can full port and pass, but passing doesn't make you money. Passing just gets you closer to making money, where the most of them fail when they make money. We spoke about this, guys. Remember I said how the company is using this advantage for people to pay only a cheap amount to pass their account, and then they have to pay the activation fee. This is the type of people who they're going to make a lot of money off of, right? Because these type of people are not going to learn, right? They're not going to learn how to pass their, you know, not pass, but how to actually trade properly. So I really recommend you get some good education and not waste money, because right now with your path, you're going to waste money, and then you're going to come and not have money to waste and be like, I don't know what to do. It's always the case, you know. I get it as well. People have spent 3,000-4,000 with some fake guru. Then they come to me and they said, look, I've lost money in trading. I spent 4,000 paying this fake guru. I don't have money to be with you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. I just wish you found me earlier so I could give you advice. So I'm giving you that same advice right now. Is to make sure, if you have it passed, that's great. Now learn the skill. Learn the skill, trade super low lot size if that even matters to learn the skill. Don't waste, you know, trying to get lucky again. I mean, you could do that. You could try to get lucky, but it doesn't help a lot. Anyways, let's put a quiz up for today. Today's quiz is going to be, what should we put today's quiz? Today's quiz, we should be, how should a trader manage a trade? How should a trader manage a trade? All right, so that's going to be the question here. Now we'll put some of the options. It's damn, look at gold push here today. Very hard to catch these moves here when we just get a melt through the floor like this. Not really much we can do with that. But here's a quiz while we wait for some randomness. So the quiz of today is, how should a trader manage a trade? Set a fixed TP or SL, number 1. Number 2, continuously adjust TP and SL. Number 3, use an indicator to manage. Number 4, plan a trade with TP and SL. We see DAX rejection from our wicks here as well, and what a drive down on gold here. Morning, Sil, bro. Yesterday I took 3 trades and 3 wins. Today I haven't had any setup in my time. Watching you trade discipline has helped me to trade. Yes, very important. Well done on your 3 trades. Shit, I told my students to buy gold. Today bias I was saying is bearish, man. So at least follow the bias. This is quite a heavy push. 10.07. 10.07 we see this push. Hi, do you get any offer from companies that they'll pay you to use their music in your videos? No. Waiting for top wick? No, it's blasted through. Even if we get a top wick here, we have nowhere to put stop loss. 80 pip stop loss is not going to make sense for a logical target of 17. Doesn't make any sense, right? DAX even rejected this previous resistance here as well. I don't like this 5-minute consolidation drop, 5-minute consolidation potential drop. This is DAX, by the way. Yeah, DAX is pretty tough with the way it's forming its price action now. So is gold as well. Very impulsive move. It's a shame though, it's just filled our whole session range. So we need a pullback to continue this move. So let's hope we can pull back before reaching the 1-hour support, but we also have to be realistic and believe that what is the reason for us to pull back before the 1-hour support? There isn't a reason, so we can expect it to tap the 1-hour support. Just set up a meeting with him and see how they do it. But be careful, they can scam you easily here. I've seen this happen to a lot of channels. I won't trust it too much, because what will happen is that, yeah, their music is free, and then later they can monetize their music, and all your videos using their music get demonetized. And where does the money go to? Goes to them. Man, what is happening today? We're fully capitulating right now. Man, how are we supposed to enter this? That's the question. Close your eyes and sell. Blasting through all my levels here. Need to do a new markup soon, actually. $170 pip candle? Wow. What the hell on gold? Yeah, pretty random big move here. Very interesting. Good range for later, indeed, right? Big juicy LTA. Do you think these impulsive push downs are manipulation? No, not at all. So let's recap what happened yesterday with the rate cuts, guys. I want you to listen. So they did cut rates as expected, but they indicated that they are pushing towards 2 rate cuts instead of 1 rate cut for the end of the year to try help the labor market. Now that is a little bit, it's a little bit up in hands, because even though that's going to be positive, and I see these pullbacks as potential opportunities, guys. This could be an opportunity to continue price higher, and we see October capitulate. So I think the October rate cut, we will see some bigger downside moves if there is going to be some, unless fundamentals change between that. They are pressured to reduce interest rates so that they can help the labor market. And I feel like if prices are at highs by October rate cut, we could be in a very good position to try catch some higher time frame opposite direction trades. Now, for now, these pullbacks I'm seeing happen today, going forward into the rest of the month and into next month, I actually see these pullbacks as potential opportunity as buying areas, and giving us LTAs to be able to buy up as we go into the rest of the month and into next month. So this is more of just people profit taking after the news, a little bit of the hype traders just trying to remove some money from the market, and then reset. So we will reset. That reset point is where I want to be interested in, you know, especially if we start to push down. So where's some targets we can push down to? Daily support going to be a big one. Once we cross below here, I was speaking about major pullbacks down to here. That's a extreme case scenario. If we, not extreme, but that's like a scenario where we would probably be selling for the rest of the month, and then start to buy into next month ahead of rate cut bets again. And then we can start playing the rate cut bets trades, which mean every time that we're going to cut rates, so we look like we want to cut rates again in October, price is going to do the same thing and be on the same way. Dollar's going to be thrashed. We're going to see gold start to push up as well, and start to continue in that type of sense, right? Where we've been having the rate cut bet sense. So we could see a lot of the similar type price action, and these pullbacks that are happening today over New York, whenever, are going to be simply opportunity-based pullbacks. So we see this candle closing here. Let's see if the 5-minute can close above the daily support here in 50 seconds. Can I trade through this daily support? I wonder. We've crossed through it multiple times. I think we can, because today we've crossed through it once already as well. So as long as we close above the 5-minute, we'll have a 15-minute candle close bullish as well. We should be okay to maybe attempt a buy with something closing above here. So it needs to close above is the big question here. So we'll see that in 30 seconds. That's how it's looking on my broker here. So let's see if it could close above and then needs to break the highs, would be the kind of trade idea. No bottom wick just yet on the broker. Damn, no bottom wick, so I couldn't have entered on that. I had my order ready to enter, but no bottom wick. You saw how it opened. That's unfortunate, but that's part of my rules. Literally no time to even place a buy stop. So that idea is unfortunately out of the window here, which is actually exactly what I was looking for, this type of push, but I was hoping it was going to happen with us opening with a bottom wick first. So the only way I can enter right now is if we come down, make a deep bottom wick, and then enter when we start to do what? Reflip here. When we start to reflip. But if it doesn't come down and reflip, I can't really enter this. And I also don't want it to tap this previous resistance up here and then reflip, because that's showing me rejection. I wanted to use this as a watch zone. Right? I want to use this previous 5 as a watch zone. So yeah, both we don't have any bottom wick here and no bottom wick on my broker. If you had enough time to enter this, just be careful because you don't have a bottom wick yet. Anytime it can flip. But yeah, DAX has been pretty impulsive. Not really tradable unless I entered before the candle closed, but that's like being silly. Yeah, it's such a clean setup 5 as well. Liquidity grab towards downside. Then one candle closing bearish and then the next one closing above. Man, just if we had a bigger top wick, man, we could actually have a chance to enter. But you saw how that opened, just pop. Like a pop, you know? Yeah, I think that's already TP1, right? What's this? 12 points only that? Damn, the ranges are much smaller than I expected. Much smaller than I expected. Stop loss here is 20 points, that's only 12. But it's moving, it should give the 1-to-1. Without the wick through daily support, would you give a shot? It's aggressive, we have space. But you know, it's one of those trades where you quick break even if it rejects daily support. That's the only way you could do it in that sense. So it might suck because it might tap daily support. You have to get out because you don't know if it's going to reject it or not. And then it plays out. But since we've tested it today and we've kind of crossed through no problem, we cannot be that aggressive at it. But this is the type of move I was working. Does gap down work as a bottom wick? I have a small gap down. Yeah, sometimes it works as a bottom wick. But in this case, you saw it. I have my terminal open to show you guys. Way too fast, man. Doesn't even give you time to breathe. So if I placed a buy right there as it opened, I would have probably been triggered maybe here by the time I pressed. I literally have to press the button before the candle even closed, which is not my style, right? So I have to follow my rules. But that's fine. We have some more setups. Is this bottom wick valid? I mean, depends on how it looked on you. Did you have time to enter? That's my question. Like, that looks super fast, man. I literally blinked and the candle was up here. There's just no time. Like, it is a valid bottom wick, but let's be honest, guys. You guys saw that in front of you. When we blinked, the candle was up here. So let's not try fantasize that this was easy to enter. It's not easy to enter. Even if you had a bottom wick, if it flips that fast, you have no time. Right, you have to have a chance to set a buy stop and then trade like that. All right, I'm gonna end the poll here. So the results is most people got it correct here. Plan the trade with SL and TP. People who've said a fixed TP or SL is wrong, because you should never fix your TP and SL. SL adjusts, right? Also, people who continuously adjust TP and SL is wrong. Don't keep dragging TP the higher it goes. Don't keep dragging SL the lower it goes, right? So yeah, congrats to most people got it correct here. So that's not bad. 149 votes, 80 likes. I'm catching you guys. No time to enter unless you press buy the second it opens. Yeah, and that's not guaranteed where you're going to get a fill, right? You probably get filled, probably slipped a bit. You don't know. Like, we don't know unless someone tried it. Did anyone try it? So we can use you as a guinea pig to see what actually would have happened. Because I doubt anyone had time. We only have 360 people here today. People got cooked yesterday. That's why they're not here today. That's a big indication. I've seen this before. Like, honestly, everyone here is disciplined trader. Those who are not here, those are the guys who got cooked yesterday. Cooked. I'm telling you the truth. Why would you plan TP after a trade? I said manage a trade. Part of managing a trade is having your TP and SL. People got cooked? Yeah, for sure. FOMC yesterday, look at the candle we got. They would have had their buy stops triggered, then sell stops triggered, then buy again. Absolutely fucked yesterday if they took buy stop, sell stop, or just tried to gamble on news. Terrible. So let's see how DAX is doing here without bottom wick. Aha, this is why we wait for bottom wicks, because price can flip here. Price can flip. 50-minute now has a bottom wick. We have a fresh new resistance here. I wonder if sells below here would be an option. If we see this as a liquidity grab. I just don't like this 5-minute support here. If this 5-minute support wasn't here, I prefer it. On 30, it's okay. On 15, it's okay. But honestly, I prefer, you know what would be a cool setup? This 15 closes bearish. Next one closes above is a nice one. Or if we liquidity grab the lows, don't close below, close back in the range, close a 5-minute candle bullish, and we try again. Right? But sell the news with clear logic. Yeah. We were speaking about buy the rumors, sell the news, but it's not the sell-off that you would have want. Like, wasn't the most exciting sell-off. Like today, it's been good. Today was better than FOMC itself. But, you know, the problem is here, you get triggered in and then you move break even, right? So you get into profits, buy the rumor, sell the news, and then you go break even unless you just hold. Because then it would have ran your stops towards the upside. So in order to survive this pullback and continue to hold the sells, you would have had to have a 200 pip stop loss. You see what I'm saying? So even though it looks clear now, oh man, now I've ruined all my setup. Oh, it's not that bad. Now, even though it looks clear now, it actually was like a 200 pip pullback, which is pretty heavy, man. Pretty heavy 200 pip pullback. Wow, 5-minute candle trying to retrace here. So makes a bottom wick and then trying to retrace. 15-minute trying to do business. I took this on gold late NY session. My SL placement should have been a bit bigger. Yeah, that's an extremely aggressive trade after the push we have. You have to... your SL placement typically is fine, but you just have to imagine sometimes we need liquidity, so you're gonna get screwed there. These type of trades are like, you know, where you have to be super aggressive, but just accept that that would happen. You know, it's very possible for that to happen because we've had a big push, so we need liquidity to be formed. And if you look at the way it pushed up there yesterday, where you're taking your trade, you're literally catching the end of the move before FOMC. So you're doing some pretty kamikaze stuff yesterday, you know? Look at 5-minute at the time you took the trade. Right? straight. So what does it do? It grabs liquidity. Very late you're taking this trade. Comes down, shows you weakness, boom, grabs liquidity. Respecting these lows. To do what? To screw. But on 15-minute you get stopped out. You're trading late session and FOMC. You know? So that type of inconsistency can happen. Doesn't necessarily mean you had a wrong stop loss. In other days, when you're doing this a little bit lower, if you got stopped out like that, it's fine. But it's when you take that type of trade, you have to take that risk. Now, it can play out, but sometimes it won't. And yesterday you don't. But you can argue yesterday will be more likely that you will be in trouble, right? You're buying the highest point of the day. Plus, you are trading very close towards the end of the session and FOMC. How do we know that? You can see that, right? You can see that that's literally where gold topped out before FOMC came. $50-minute candle closes here in 4 minutes. I wonder what we should do here with DAX. Because 50-minute candle would close doji. But then we could have a 5-minute candle closing bearish, giving us a higher low on the 5. So would it make sense to buy the 5 back up and rely on this being a session low? Because it would be the 30-minute bullish candle close. So we could ignore the 15 and focus on 30-minute and 5-minute, giving us that setup 2 here as well. I think that would be our best shot. Let's see in 3 minutes. So we'd buy the 5-minute setup 2, 30-minute would be bullish. We would run 30-minute idea. And that's it. What are buy levels on gold? I think gold needs to form a 15-minute candle bullish before you buy. Any buy today is going to be counter bias. I don't feel too comfortable yet about counter bias. Daily level, no problem. We're crossing through it multiple times, never reacting directly at it. I would prefer the 5 to close above the daily level. Would be just an extra confirmation. I mean, we did tap pretty close to this daily support here. So this is not a bad area where we are on... But now it's closing deep. We don't want it to close deep. Any deeper than this, it's game over. Unless we try buy above this highs to fill this wick. It's a complex trade, but we'd be relying on 30. So we buy above here. We have only about 10 points. 10 points, and then we expect continuation to 15 points and continuous. We have to run this 29-point stop loss. Don't forget about that. If we can close like this, we can fill this wick and continue up as well. Try that being aggressive. But again, we need bottom wick next candle because it's a 30-minute close. So we'll see. Looks like DAX ranging longer term. Yeah, it's been like that for a while. Aggressive break even. If we take on the 5 and the 5 doesn't blast through, then we don't need to be aggressive with break evens. We can give it room to try and get out of here. But if it does shit like this, it makes it very tough for us to take a position. 29-point stop loss is pretty big, right? For the target that we have to deal with. But it would be the only option we have. And then, so we're basically taking a 30-minute trade here. We're relying on the 30-minute candle here to push and fill this range. But this stop loss really sucks. 35 points is big. I don't know how much I trust the 35 points. Let's see on the bottom wick we get. Maybe we can run it below the candle bodies here if we get a good bottom wick. Maybe it doesn't even close above. Looks like last minute it's trying to close below. Yeah, so we have closed below anyways. So that's very interesting. So after all that drama, we close below now. So now we can get another 5-minute candle closing above. and we paint the picture from higher time frames. So 30-minute has a bullish candle close. If we start to leave this 30-minute high, based on a 30-minute, it makes sense to continue bullish. Based on a 15-minute, it makes sense to continue bullish. Based on a 1 hour, it makes sense to continue bullish. The problem we have, 5-minute resistance here. So we have to rely on 30-minute, 1 hour, and 15 to push through this 5-minute resistance. Meaning if we take it break of high and we start to see problems here, we could be in trouble. But that's the risk we have to take to be able to get into this move. It's respecting previous range because it hasn't broke it yet, right? We don't have a close above yet and we don't have a break of high. Those two factors will be the catalyst for us to break that previous range. So until we get a close above and break of high, there's no entry. So if this closed above and next candle break the high, that's where we can rely to try to trade from here to here. You know? What's the other chart that you're looking at that's not gold? It's called DAX D30. On my broker, they call it, what do they call it? DE40, they call it on my broker. Dixie is not in Pip Labs. Yeah, we will be able to add Dixie because on our old Pip Labs, no one would trade Dixie. Dixie is not a tradable asset. But we understand some people like to use it as reference. So we have to find a data provider that can give us Dixie. So see, now we have a beautiful bottom wick here, deep liquidity grab, 2 minutes here. If we can close above in 2 minutes and start to break these highs, can be the option. Right? And then we have to rely on volume to push through this mess here. And just, if you look on 15, it's a lot more clearer, right? We can just see how everything is clean. 5 minute would just give us a good entry. Entering break of this high without the 5 minute close is a bit risky because we have nothing closing above this previous 15. We keep rejecting this previous 15. So personally, I want something that does actually close above the previous 15. I traded gold on buy and sell side, perfect trade. On the rate cut news, only thing sucked, market execution was delayed a little. Damn. Stops. Let's see where the candle closed. For now, it's pushing very hard through our resistances. So we're a bit stuck. If it closes any deeper than this, then there's no trade, unfortunately. It's gone. It's gone, but I had to see a close. That's part of my rules here, without previous 15 closing above. And DAX continues to be impulsive. I don't mind being impulsive, but I rather be impulsive from the lows. So if I saw this candle close above and the candle come down the lows, I'll just buy the wick. I did that day before yesterday, right? I did that day before yesterday. But being impulsive at highs is much rougher to be impulsive at highs. So what's the way I can enter now? I'm not sure actually. Stop loss doesn't make any sense here. Because now look at the size of stop loss. Stop loss here is now 43 points for a max target here of 32 points. Do you think it might fill the 15 range? That was my goal, right? That's what I've been trying to capitalize on. This was the whole plan I just made right now and talked it to the T. So I want you guys to take notes on that education about how we talked about price leaving this zone here and how we talked about price getting up and how it made sense on 30-minute to fill the range. And we can see how this was nothing, right? This really, price didn't care. People thought that this was rejection. It didn't. So if it gave us that close there, we would have super high probability with maybe a threat that it could reject it, but it's a lot higher probability we have to fill this range. But it continues with its impulsiveness. I just wish we had the 15 close above here. It's easy. So beautiful planning today. That's a very valuable part of your trading. Entries is only the last part of your trading. If you cannot plan, if you cannot analyze like this, you can't make money, right? This is what makes you money, is this type of planning and analysis. What pair are you looking at? I'm looking at DAX. Unlucky timing says closure, nothing we can do. Yeah, but it's just analysis matters more. You know, that's the difference between being disciplined and non-disciplined. Is we need some, like, if you're gonna do an impulsive trade, we need to impulsively get in from the lows, so we're wrong quickly, right? Impulsively getting in from the highs, like everyone, you guys were the ones typing in chat, it looks like it's rejecting. But I visioned this that it's not, so I knew that if we had the confirmation of the 5, it's enough. That's more than enough, right? And don't get me wrong, if you entered impulsively here, let's be realistic. You have to put stops below this here. It's a 40-point stop. 40-point stop. This is nothing, man. This is halfway to TP. Now you might come back to break even. So it's not always the case. You know, we try to always optimize stop loss, make it as small as possible while still having the probabilities. Retest setup 2 possible? No, now we're probably just looking for a breakout trade today. At this point here, we probably just look for a breakout trade. Any retest here, setup 2, it's going to be too tight of a range. Unless we get a perfect full deep retracement and then close above. That would be our setup 2 option. It can happen, but if it doesn't, then we're going to be breakout traders today. So we don't know yet. Oops. I mean, gold is at daily support. I mean, it's pretty much GG for gold. I want to focus more on DAX because we reached daily support with that 170 pip candle. What pair do you trade? I trade gold and DAX is my favorites. Hi Harry, my son lives in Dubai, was moaning about the amount of cars on the road. What's Dubai gonna do to increase in its traffic? Any significant plans? Yeah, give it two years more. They need to action the plans. So they already have the plans. Dubai is one of the most advanced city in terms of development, and that's one thing I really respect about Dubai. Is anything they do, you have to just understand that Dubai grew really fast to keep up with the pace of their growth. Their road systems suffer a bit, but in saying that, go to any major city in the world. Any major city in the world, you have a traffic problem. And Dubai is already, these cities don't fix their traffic problem. Dubai is already being ahead to fix their traffic problem. And within 2 years, you will see traffic be eased by a hell of a lot. So, and every time that they launch a property, there is metro. Yeah, so if you don't want traffic, take the metro. Yeah. There's metro, buses. Buses have, in heavy traffic area, buses have their own lanes. There's trams as well. Yeah, there's trams, buses. Buses have their own lanes in high traffic areas so that they can reach faster. How are the drivers in Dubai? Probably not the best. Yeah, probably not the best drivers in Dubai. make sure you show up to tomorrow's stream, guys, because we're gonna have giveaways for Pip Labs. So if you want to have a chance to win a giveaway, then make sure that you show up tomorrow's stream, because this is like one of our long-term versions, and this is the version we're gonna ride for a while. So it's gonna be a blast. There's gonna be a lot of free prizes, heavy discounts, and it's gonna be your chance if you want to try Pip Labs, get it for free or get it at a really cheap price. If you bought it and then you win the giveaway, then you just get it for free anyways. So you get another month free, which is even better. So tomorrow, show up to stream, because we're gonna be doing a lot on stream. You are the guys who show up daily. Respect to all you guys who support, show love, be part of us, learn and enjoy the trading on a day-to-day basis. So I do respect you guys showing up. I know not every day is the most fun. Some days are frustrating, some days are annoying because we lose, some days are fun because we win. I know market conditions have been in and out here. That's why I tried to trade New York session for you guys, to show you guys and just to give you the most amount of education so that you guys can trade yourself and make profits. So those who show up all the time, I respect you being here. And if you actually put in the effort and take things to the next level, get the right feedback and actually want to learn, you will start to generate results yourself, right? And you'll start to generate results on all the other pairs you might trade. Someone was asking me, do you trade gold? Not gold, oil. I said no, because I'm focusing on these pairs. But if you trade my strategy on oil, you can do well, you know. And I'm always looking at new pairs so I can get more trades myself, as I want to be paid from the market. But I'm not a quick person to change. I was watching DAX for almost a year before I started trading DAX. People in the exclusive could have known that. I never just jumped into trading DAX like this. I was watching it for a whole year. And when I jumped into DAX, we ran on a huge win streak, huge gains. I made some of the most money I've made from a single pair in a short amount of time. So that is because I took my time to make a switch and didn't come in randomly, right? I choose correct timing, make sure I understood fundamentals, make sure it was worth a pair to trade. Imagine I came into DAX now when we've been ranging on higher time frame. I would have said, hey, maybe there's a better pair. But I understand this pair fully. So this type of opportunities here, I can still find some good trades. So hopefully you guys can enjoy tomorrow and, win some stuff, be part of the stream. I do as much as I can to be generous and help the community. I've put out over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel, and all I've asked for on my YouTube channel is normally just a subscribe, right? So any support is appreciated. Leaving a subscribe, like, it really helps. These 1,000 videos are done by passion. I have not been paid back for any of these videos by the amount of money I've put in to make each one of these videos. YouTube simply doesn't pay me. There's a reason my videos get 3.5k views, 4.3k views, because I'm putting out value, not selling dreams. Okay? And there's a reason why, they say that only 10% of the traders are successful. But and that makes sense. If I'm part of that 10% of the traders who are successful, then that's why 90% of YouTube is not watching my videos, because maybe I'm talking about the stuff that actually works, right? If my videos got millions of views, I'm probably talking about generic stuff that is not working but is popular, and that's why 90% of them fail, right? Happy birthday to your son, brother. Enjoy your day with him. Thank you for the luck wishes. Do you give signal trades live? I don't like people who follow signals, but I show my trade transparently. I show my entries and exits. And I don't even charge $1 for that. No one owes me anything, right? Actually, everyone owes me something, to be honest, but I haven't done, I have come up here for 700 streams and actually given people trades. I've had people send me slips, and I'll tell you this truth. This made me happy but annoyed me at the same time. You guys might have remembered this, but one time we had a good win streak. This guy DM'd me and showed me proof that from our win streak, he made $50,000. Real money, $50,000, right? He was going quite heavy lots, but he made $50,000. And he thanked me, but not $1 did I see put in my pocket. Just a thank you. Now that's okay for me, but that's my point, is that a lot of this I'm doing is to help. So really take advantage of that, because this is not going to last forever. It's just simply not feasible. And I really want people to use this value to their best opportunity and become the best versions of themselves and achieve what they want to achieve. Remember, strategy is not the biggest part of your trading. The day-to-day consistency, the experience that I show on a every single day basis is what's going to make you a profitable trader. And you adapt the strategy into what makes sense to you, what makes sense in your head, what can you see on the charts, right? With rules that cannot be broken, but some stuff that can be manipulated, right? You cannot break your core rules, right? I cannot break the core rules because that's what keeps me profitable long term. But seeing things slightly different is not a harm. You know? And I just want to show you, when I go on a speech like this, I just want to show you. So people are just interested in taking trades. They're like, here he goes again, yapping his mouth, not giving us a trade. Just from my speech that I just talked about, I want to show you how many people left, if it will give me a chart here. Right? When before I started that speech, we were at 437. When I started talking, we went down to 389. This is the mindset of traders. This is the why people lose. It's honest truth, guys. This is the mindset. We lose viewers because of me talking facts. And that's why people want to be just sell the dream. And they owe me nothing. I owe them nothing. I could have built this brand to the moon if I just sold a dream and didn't give a shit about people. So realize where the real value is. What you do on an everyday basis, you're already ahead of 90%. By being here and listening every single day, you're ahead of 90%. You're the guys who matter, because you're the guys who actually will see success long term if you continue in everything with the same attitude, not only trading. The guys who don't stay and want to be sold the dream, they get sold the dream fails, and then they come back to me without money and they say, man, you need to help me for free. And then they realize, hey man, he's not helping for free anymore and I messed up. And that's how life works, man. So focus on your day-to-day process. And long term, you will make money. You will be able to visualize what you want to achieve and achieve it. People who are in a rush to make money are normally the ones who burn out and never even make $1 from the market, you know? That's the truth. You don't have to be a millionaire from trading. Your goal is to start making some sort of money from trading so that you can at least take something from this market. It will be a big shame to put this much effort and try to achieve big goals, but you couldn't even achieve the small ones. I want you guys to leave that in your head, because that was me a long time ago. I was extremely depressed from trading. It was almost ruining my mind because of what expectations I set from the market. And I realized I couldn't even extract $100 from the market. And there is me trying to pull 10K from the market. Literally, I tried to pull 10K from the market. And I just couldn't do it. And I realized, fuck man, let me just get paid. And the minute I made that $100 consistently per month, everything changed. I promise. Because if I could make 100, then I could make 500. Then I could make 1,000. Then I could make 2,000. Then I could make 3,000. And then it was only a numbers game. Are you planning any discounts for your WOP? Listen, man, $55 for this group is the cheapest group you're ever gonna find with the most value. There is so much value in TS. Most people charge minimum $100 for this, minimum. I put everything I know and I really care about people in there, you know, it can't get any cheaper than this. It literally, the price is gonna go up in a couple of months, if not by even end of next month, because I want people to be more serious. I spoke to some people who actually care about their traders, and these guys, okay, I'm not gonna charge this much, but they charge around, like, you know, you probably know their name, Burnt. You know Burnt, he's a FTMO trader. We have other traders as well, top traders, guys. These are guys who, you know, somewhat are good traders. So they charge in the thousands, right? 3,000, 2,500. This is their prices. And what I learned is they said that the guys who have to put that commitment, as long as you're giving real value, really put themselves in a position where they have to make it work, especially when I give them space to learn how to work. If you're coming in for $50, right? If you're coming in for $50, you feel like, look, if this works or doesn't work, I don't care. Or you're coming in with your last amount of money because it's so cheap. Because to afford something in the thousands, you need to have some money. Don't get me wrong. I said I'm not going to charge 1,000 just for per month on the group. That's not happening. But it changed your mindset, and you get an audience who is so committed. And I want that, you know. You said Bird, yeah, him. So he charges around, I think, 2,500. So that natural thing will be one time. No, not a month. It's a one time. In the future, I'd like to do a one-time thing and just disregard the monthly and make it like a permanent. Still expensive one time though, if you think about it. But really, to get it cheaper is crazy. It would be selling myself way too cheap. Like, I've done so much for the community and plan to continue to do so. But I need to show that this is value. Like, there's value in here. Like, I'm trying to get more people in here who are really serious, and they're going to develop their own potential in the market. Okay? Because their potential in the market is capped because of my hand holding, which is affected. So as I start to release holding of the hand, give advice here and there, show what I do, you will see how powerful this community becomes, and it will be a place where I really want to be. It's going to be so much fun. That's always been my dream. Block the BS of the internet and just have me and who wants to be with me. That's it. So that will be fun. So we have here open here soon. So we pulled back for the open. We didn't tap target. 2 trades I'm looking for. We actually have a potential to buy above this resistance here, which is the 5-minute resistance. Or if this closes bearish, 5 minutes before the open, we close bullish above here. Open makes a bottom wick. We can catch that flip here, and we can take the trade to fill this high. Depends on what scenario we're going to form right now. We can either form scenario A, we're looking for here, scenario B if we get it and we're lucky with the open, or scenario C is breakout trade. I don't want to be a breakout trader, but it might be the only choice, especially if we get an open candle like this. Let's just see. We're going to take it bit by bit. As for gold here on the other hand, yeah, we could dump as well. Gold is ranging. We had this really random 1-minute push here, 170 points, and now we're ranging because everyone's like, what the fuck? Traders don't know what to do. Investors don't know what to do because it's kind of a shock to see such an aggressive move. So moving my focus towards DAX here can be a smart move here to see if we can get some nice price action, right? Because DAX is not through the roof. It's not on the floor, right? Tradesharpe, you can set a lock period for at least 3 months. Yeah, that is also a good one to have more serious. So yeah, I don't know if I want to say this, but there is one way you can get in the group cheaper. There is one way. And that way is if you join with a friend, WOP, if you scroll to the bottom of my WOP, the checkout page, there is a affiliate thing that WOP do. So if you refer someone, you get a discount, right? Because you get your commission for that. It's already like that still. I've denied 10 people in the last 2 months. Bring 5 friends and you got a discount. Bring 5 friends, I think you get it for free. If you bring 5 people, you get to join for free. That's how it will calculate. So you literally go to the WOP. That's the only way you can get a discount, but I shouldn't be saying it, but anyways. So literally when you go in my WOP to join, you will scroll to the bottom here. And there's actually, by default, you have to do this on WOP. So on WOP, you have to do this. And WOP is offering 20% of my bloody... I need to speak to them to change this. This is nuts. And then boom. 20%, you get... you know, you get off. So if you refer a friend, you get to send... it gets to send it to your money, basically. So it's pretty cool, that. I've been in the exclusive for only 1 month and my trading and psychology has changed a lot. I'm glad to hear that, man. I mean, there's people in my WOP who have made like $900, man, over 2 years. Just from referring 3 friends. Can you believe that? So they referred 3 friends because every month it refused. Now, after 2 years, they made $900 for doing nothing. And they get paid that. Same thing on Pip Labs. We have people on Pip Labs who make $500 a month because the Pip Labs, I push the affiliates hard. So we have people who are normal people, not influencers, making $500 a month just because they promoted Pip Labs. In one guy just grinded. He went into Discord groups and talked about Pip Labs. He got like 10-20 people into Pip Labs. Now he makes like $300-400 a month for doing nothing. Recurring every month he makes that. And if he gets more, boom. Is the WOP gonna be a chat platform that you get to ask questions? More, man. You get to speak to me on Zoom. Right now, any one of the guys can unmute their mic. Speak to me after the Zoom. After the stream closes, you can speak. Anytime during the day, you can speak to me here. New York session. I send my NY plans. Every day we have NY trading room. Everything here, man. Look, we talk about... He literally asked me 9:40 p.m. at night. And I'm replying at 10:20 p.m. you know, so I am active in there. Obviously, if I'm busy. So let's see this close here. This is okay. Any deeper, we don't have range. The open candle needs to make a bottom wick first. Our stop loss here is looking like 20 points. 20 point stop loss, 13 point break even, and then 20 point target here to the top of the range. Remember, this is an open trade. So that means we might not be able to get an entry because it could just blast. Right? Price could just blast here. So I'm not gonna be upset if price just blasts because I'm very used to it. You know, it's an open trade, right? It happens at the open. Last few seconds seems like it's blasting here. It's getting very close now. We have gone an extra 8 points here, but I like the wick here. Let's see how it looks on 15. Spread is widening. Yeah, no chance for open trade today. No chance for open trade, but we can be a breakout trader if it so does allow us here. So 1 hour close bullish here. So now we just need some structure. If this thing's gonna blast through the moon, fortunately, nothing we can do. It's just how the open is, right? We're trading an indice here. You have to accept that this is how indices work. Don't let it annoy you. This moves happen every single day. Every day you're gonna get a big move at the open, so get used to it. Get used to it, you know. I'm quite interested to join your group. We'll watch some of your videos and decide. I'm new here. Welcome. I mean, in the group you also get all the videos, man. Don't disregard that, right? The group is not only about just being able to speak to me daily. It's also part of it is that you get to all of this content, man. You get a shit ton of content. Let me show you. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I hate promoting it on stream because the guys who have been watching me for a long time are sick of hearing about it. But you get so much, man. I don't wanna keep promoting it and then people are like, oh, all he does is promote. Even it's because people ask, you know. I don't really have a chance, but anyways, you get a lot. I'll just show you quickly because you're the one asking. And my apologies to guys who have to listen to this every day. Look, you get all these videos, beginner concept, advanced concepts, everything here, all much more in depth. So if you're looking to take it past the step from YouTube, it's good. Yeah, I get it though. I get it. Like, it's annoying if someone keeps talking about their group. I get it. Like, especially someone watching me for a long amount of time, it's like, could he just shut up about that? Like, I get it. But if people are gonna ask, I kind of have to tell them, right? I have to tell them because it makes sense. It's fine when you understand, but I do get people would be annoyed from it, and when people do tell me, can you shut up about it? I do understand where they're coming from, but it's like a double-edged sword. So yeah, shame about the open trade here, but you know, next time it shall be ours. That's just how the open is. Today we were super right on analysis all day, huh? It's a shame. Shame it didn't give us one entry spot here. This one we couldn't have entered, no setup 2, liquidity grab. That's all we needed today, one entry spot. So some days, unfortunately, guys, you can be totally right in your analysis, but then you don't get an entry. And when that happens, the best thing to do is just to see a picture like this. Will make you feel better. This is your only thing you can do. And that's how you feel, man. That's literally how I feel now looking at the chart. So that's how I'm looking at the charts right now. Because I'm totally right today, and that's the best thing you can do is just remember this image. Make you feel better. Right? So this is exactly how I look at the charts. You know, oh, I lost it. Wait, let me bring it back. Oh, I lost it again. Let's see, zoom. Oh. Damn, you can't edit this? You can't edit this? How am I even supposed to delete it, bro? That's so gay, man. Anyways, that's how I Same thing with gold. How tempting is this, guys, in 8 seconds? Holy crap, man. That's like an ultimate bait for me. If that close above. Okay, close below. I was about to get baited here. Like, it makes sense to bounce from here. I feel like we can play a bounce in 5 minutes, though. If this closes above, will be... No, 9 minutes for the 15. Damn. Yeah, we have to wait 9 minutes here. and maybe we can take counter bias. Yeah. 9 minutes, we might have an opportunity here. 9 minutes. So let's have a look. Buy gold potentially in 9 minutes, because I like the way that this has retested daily here. 4 hour has retested target. So to play a small bounce, we can be aggressive, but it has no reason, especially if the next 5 minutes can create some sort of structure, we should be okay. Yeah, this as well. This is another good picture. You know, I just need to shave my goatee. I can have the mustache. I'll slick back my hair like this. If I just comb my hair and slick it back, I can look the same. And we can look like that. Yesterday I watched this webinar, and the real talk and discussion with Claudio at the end was one of the far best sites. Yeah, it was good. We have, trading rant. Me and Claudio used to rant a bit, but there was some great value that came out of those. So I'm glad you liked it. You stream for how long? Normally around here, if I don't see a setup next 10 minutes, I start to close it down. So 5 minute, even no bottom wick here, huh? Yeah, but we have no bottom wick, no close above previous 1 hour, 1 minute straight push. Very risky trade to be taking. Sad. I want to take a trade on this account, man. Come on. I guess it's the day after FOMC. I can't be too upset. That's a problem I have with the newer accounts, is that you're excited to take a trade. So I can advice I can give you guys is that whenever you buy an account, whenever you buy a new prop or you deposit money, don't be in a rush to take a trade, because it's even I feel like that, you know. New account. So this account I have here is like, people were saying if I never showed terminal, then I wouldn't have said I took that trade if it lost. So I thought that I would just show the terminal then, and we're going to do a small challenge. I'm going to risk around 150 to 250 bucks on this account max. We're going to try grow it and see what type of results we're able to produce, risking that amount there, you know. And that's going to be the goal with this account. So it will naturally add a nice little 200 bucks, 150 to my already risk, so it's no loss in that. So I transferred some money to here, above actually 10k, just to have actually proper risk. So we'll see how this account goes. And it's nice, you know, just to... I always try to kill anyone trying to have any, you know, problems. They're like, oh, you wouldn't have shown, even though I screenshot my MetaTrader and all of this stuff. I thought, hey, why not have terminal as well then? Why not, right? If people want to see it. I know on stream it cuts out the top of the broker that I'm using, and if it's a real account or not. I can assure you it's a real account. Hopefully you trust me on that. The guys in Zoom will be able to see that, and hopefully they can tell you, and if you don't believe me, you can ask them. It's just the way my stream is designed with the curved edges. Also, I don't want to promote the broker as well, because my broker is not going to be good to promote, you know. Oh, sweet. I got a delivery here. Here, give it. Look at this delivery, guys. Just now, someone gave me delivery. What is it? The YouTube play button. Live on YouTube. We're going to get to see it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is amazing. Just got delivered right now. Oh, that's sick. Thanks for bringing that, man. Ta-da! My actual play button. Nice. We get to see it live on YouTube. Let's go. So that's pretty sick actually. Presented to Tradesharpe for passing 100,000 subscribers. Very cool, man. Very cool. Very, very cool. That's cool. Thanks, Nizar, for bringing me that. Thanks. So that's cool. We get to see it on stream today. Why don't you recommend that broker? I've done too much for them already. I've recommended them for a while and they haven't given me $1. If I affiliate with them, I'll recommend. But, you know. Setup is gone. What setup were you looking for, bro? What setup were you looking for? Market has been like this all day. So really don't surprise you. Don't let it surprise you. Double no bottom wick. So be calm about it. All day we've been moving like that. Delivery guy at Rome? No, that's someone who works with me. His name is Nizar. OG. He knows I'm streaming now, so he brought it up for me. Do you find you have more successful trades during NY or London, or are they pretty similar? So if we look at the whole year, it's going to be London because I trade London more than NY. But as of recent, this quarter, NY has been a better performer for me. And that is just honest truth. If we look at Q1, I destroyed London. Destroyed. I mean, some of the biggest percentages I've made just absolutely destroyed London. But that makes sense, right? That you can have such a good quarter 1, quarter 2, and then quarter 3, you get slowed down here. So it's not the worst. Anyway, give me a sec, guys. Just gonna go toilet, come back. Gold will retrace for another entry. We'll see about that. Very impulsive markets today. Impulsively down, impulsively up. I'm not going to be an impulsive trader and start breaking bottom wick rules like this. And bearish bias. Look at this 1 minute push. You know how many times we would lose money buying after a 1 minute push like this? You think this is smart to buy here like this? Like I've lost so much money doing this. So there's no point for me. Double no bottom wick as well. Even on broker here, let's see how that looks. I mean, look at DAX being impulsive, no bottom wick. So if this is going to be a session like this, then this is not my session. I mean, we have small ones here, yes, but this is not closing above previous. At least this is giving small on broker. That's something better. What do you think about session highs? I like pre-session range, using pre-session range instead of session highs. More accurate. more accurate using pre-session range. Retrace to continue up, also option. Yeah, it's a little bit upsetting as a trader when you are able to plan something fully and then not be able to take an entry. It's one of those things that's going to enrage you and make you feel like you want to just FOMO into an entry just to get something for all the hard work you've done. And that is the time where you have to just be like, I can't, you know? And that's the difference between you ending today with a win and you ending today with a loss or a bad win. If you win today and like that, you're going to give it back another day, you know? That's the way you need to be thinking, you know? That's the way you need to be thinking. Because I'm in the same boat. I'm the one who did the heavy lifting, right? I analyzed it. I talked about pullbacks. I talked about how this zone would be good to buy from. I talked about that, but it was just missing one candle. One candle could have changed me from being someone who has the entry and not. But I don't let that affect me, because that same one candle could also, that same candle can also make me lose. Right? And I've done it before publicly on stream. I've taken bad trades because I felt so frustrated and also wanted to show. And I even wrote it here, right? Proof that risky positions played out, but the one you take failed. Right? Like the one I see all risky positions play out, but the one that I take fails. It's just how the market's coded against you. Jay made 33% in the beginning of the year. Yeah, man, most people make that in a year. You know what I mean? So literally you can make 33% and call it a year. But trading has unrealistic expectations. People need to make 200, 300% all the time. I still FOMO a lot, but I'm getting better every day. That's my honest killing problem. The fact that you can identify it's already half of the battle. It's already 50% of the battle. So yeah, personally guys, I'm gonna call it. Not my session analysis was correct today. Trades I wanted was correct. I literally called everything, but I didn't get my entry that I wanted to take. Even if I'm trading aggressive today, there was no bottom wicks I could buy like I did day before yesterday. Things were just pushing at highs without closes that I would want to see. So whenever that happens in my case here, it's just one of those scenarios where I have to just unfortunately watch the move play out in front of me and accept that I can't be a part of this because it didn't follow my plan. As hard as it is to accept, it is something that I cannot avoid because I don't control the market. I control my actions in the market. And that's what makes me consistent. That's why I can open a live stream for over 3 years and have consistency with ups and downs, but still show up here on a daily basis, right? I'm not the most perfect trader. I'm not the best trader, but I'm someone who can honestly sit here and show you entries from exit to TP and go through hard times and show you how to get out of them, show you when to be aggressive, show you when to be safe, and just give you experience that I have learned in the market and share it with you. So take that information of how you want. If you're looking for pure signals, then obviously we could do some of that, but it's not going to be fun. If you actually look at P&L, half of the guys will win, half of the guys will lose, because we'll be taking positions here, there, and everywhere. So I wish today would be a little bit better, but it's not in my control. New York session is just around the corner. I can be looking for continuations of sells and whatever that brings to me. So I appreciate you guys showing up to the stream. Hopefully I'll see you on tomorrow's stream. Hopefully by next week we can start to push this account that I'm running here. We'll see what we can do with this account. And yeah, just a little bit annoying with DAX. But it's just how it is. So yeah, sometimes, you know, if I wanted to be a FOMO trader and just take this buy up here, why would I get away with it today? You know, why today? I'm not that type of lucky trader. Unless I run stops here and trade negative risk to reward strategy, hold the drawdown, it's fine. But I'm not that type of trader. I'm a trader who actually uses not mental risk, I use proper risk. So sometimes, you know, I saw the momentum today, but I don't have trust that the momentum would stay. And that's the best I can do as a trader, especially when I was calling buys from down here. So thank you all for showing up. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Pip Labs V5 launch tomorrow. So with Pip Labs launching tomorrow V5, hopefully one of you guys can win some of the giveaways and we'll support it. And yeah, with that being said, take care, trade sharp. Hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right. Much love and peace.